game on it, of course. Leading edge. Flies over point. And opens the account for Akeem Cornwall and the Barbados Royals. That's how he plays. That's how we play. What a tune. The biggest party in sport, the biggest opener going around. Akeem Cornwall underway as ever. Clipped away, onside. Top work from Fabian Allen, running around to his right. It's a single. Oh, yeah. Taking the greatest catch, I think, in Hero CPL. It was in Florida. Fabian Allen, just a few years ago. I think it was about 2016-17. One of the few that would get there in the first place. Big rack. We're just admiring it. Only gets one. Look out the way. McGowan, you'll get steamrolled, son. Just a quick single. Right, first delivery to Carl May as the captain of Barbados Royals. Miguel Pretorius. 9 matches before this one. Just 6 wickets at an economy of 9. Finds the outside edge. And concedes 4. 2 boundaries in the over. Solid start from the Royals. 9 top loss after 1. Bush, one of the 2 changes for Barbados Royals, replacing Harry Tector, who didn't score in that qualifier 1 against the Warriors. Joshua Bishop, the left-arm spinner, has been in and out of this side. In for Hidden Walsh Jr. And that forced change for the Tallawahs. No Mohamed Amir. How significant will that void be tonight? Oh, well, it is. In terms of the balance, and you've got a star quality in Mohamed Amir. So these fellows, particularly Chris Green, who bowls in the power play, is going to have to step up. Took 2 for 40 last outing. Let's see what he's got here in the final. Starts with a delivery into the pitch. He's been very, very good for the Tallawahs in the power play. She will know this. 6 wickets to Chris Green in that phase. 8 wickets overall. Another thing for me, you look at this lineup, and we were saying a little earlier, I just wonder whether they'll get a bit more out of Raymond Reefer tonight. Given that Mohamed Amir's not in the side, I just wonder whether Reefer might get 6 balls or a dozen balls possibly in this final. Matchup is a positive one for Chris Green against Carl Mayers. Revisited this game. 13 runs from 26 deliveries. Appreciation for the organisers. Caribbean Premier League. 10th edition, landmark year. Here again, just sneaks through. How fortunate for Carl Mayers. Says it all. Chris Green. Healthy inside edge. And Miguel Pretorius, he's about 6'2", 6'3". Not make himself there. Has he gone across here, and one of he's taken this from outside off on the stumps, but well, you take him nonetheless. Come on, boy. still on strike. Of course, last game he produced 26. There was a string of low scores for Kalmare, 0-16-9.
You also wonder about the tempo, don't you? Is he allowed to score quickly? Yeah, I like this.
For a Dullahan. You know what that means, Dan?
Slice me, please.
Looking for a wife. Dullahan. Wife. Hero fan of the match. Contender, surely.
Well, they used to have a banner marrying Chris Green, didn't they, for years here? When he was with the Warriors.
3 dots in a row. Very good start by Chris Green once again. 2 of us gone 14 without loss. Kalmare's on the cusp of moving past Johnson Charles, joint leading run scorers this season. That's close, that's close. But unmoved the umpire. Was it going down the leg side? Zahid Bassarat thinks so. Rahman Paul, for consultation. And he goes for the review.
Had to be talked into it, didn't he, the skipper? Who's standing at first slip, by the way. But Kennar Lewis was the most animated, the most interested with the bowler Pretorius to say, hey, let's go upstairs and catch up with Nigel Dogood, who's got some work to do. He looked, he's a naked eye, but we're not right down the pitch. We are also with pitch number sort of 6. Of course, we're playing on number 4, and this is all good, legal. Check this line. Does it deck too much? Oh yeah, I think it's done too much. Yeah. Kennan's got too excited early. Yeah, that's definitely missing.
One of the few deliveries from Miguel Pretorius to come into the right-hander. Majority of the deliveries we've seen have moved away from the right-handed Kim Cornwall.
Kenny, come on. I think the players get so excited. Then he was falling over. The point of it, he was falling over a lot. So I understand where the bowler got excited, but that's missing, what, a 5th stump?
He was blinded a bit too with Kim Cornwall getting square. See that point of impact, which is so crucial. Clipped. Once more leg side and beautifully done. Hero maximum the first.
Baby Allen was there, but he ended up being a spectator. Wow. Talk about spectators. Stanley. Lovely piece of timing from the big guy. You get into there, and you really do answer problems. And so, Pretorius, too often I think this season, has got in there. He's got a bit too straight, or he's got a bit too slot, too full on off stump. He's going to have to bounce back here.
Well, 91 is what he produced with the bat in the last game against the Warriors. Of just 54 deliveries, 11 hero maximums. Really loved a couple strikes to the offside. It wasn't one-dimensional. Considers himself a 360 type player. On skill, Rakeem Cornwall. That's pumped. Over the top of that middle fielder. That will do his confidence a whole lot of good, and he moves now into that position as leading run scorer in your CPL 2022.
I was saying in that green over just moments ago, just wonder what the tempo will be like for Calmeers, given those low scores you mentioned there in Ganga earlier. Now he goes in front of JC, but this is Pretorius' challenge. He has disappeared quite regularly. And there he goes again. Mention that little slot link wide of off stump. And he gets too straight with the lefties or the righties. So this is turning out to be a big over, productive over for the Royals here.
A couple of things about this shot, this passage of play. One, underscores how good the surface is. Calme is hitting through the line. It's one of his strengths, striking the ball front foot through that extra cover region. The second thing is Victorious hasn't played a lot of cricket, so you'll know the importance of the hard lengths.
3 overs gone, 29 without loss.
No more chatting from the big man, Secretly Ambrose. You can download the CPL 60 chat app and speak with the fans and commentators. Emojis, use them like Danny Morrison.
Yeah, fans, they love their banners getting pumped. Saw a big King Kirtley at breakfast. He was very chatty. Good to see him. Positive vein this morning at Brekkie.
Oh, put down. Wasn't the easiest of chances. Raymond Reefer just diving away to his right and popping this one out.
I just wondered, DG, if he thought he was going to get there. Because in the end, he made it comfortably. Flick of the wrist there, but I think he maybe thought it was going a lot quicker. Bowler's ripping his hair out. Still got some. But Reefer, I just think 9 times out of 10 he'd do a lot better than that.
His mind up. It's allegiances. Angostura, chill, refreshing moment. Style the way Poker League might be styled.
Just wants to get out of the stadium alive. You Gautam, Bamani, to see you, Chief. Nice shoes as ever.
That's too short. Way too short for Rakeem Cornwall. Might just be a hero maximum. The umpire will confirm.
They think it's 6. No? Well, shake of the head there. Come on, ladies. Make up your mind. Here we go. And... yeah, I think so. I think it's a hero maximum. That's flush. Yeah, definitely. Definitely see enough of the blue cushion, as it were, for the green of the turf. Another 6er. Each.
What you did, Danny Morrison? Got an extra set of eyes.
Calling me an alien still. On the top of my head, yeah. I'll need those goggles, please. Don't take them away. Confirmation.
Overcompensating and paying a heavy price. Heavy, long, hero maximum.
That's what he does. Rakeem Cornwall. Too short with the previous one, and then, yeah, it went too full. Push it through, and it really is slot city for Big Rack. Tremendous. TP's loving it. Trevor Penny right in the middle of the head coach. Come on, Rack.
Next side. Rakeem Cornwall dining out in this over. 3 boundaries so far and 1 delivery still left.
Saw that pensive look from the captain, Rob McPhail. Not so much there in blue. Tallawahs skipper. Thinking, gentlemen, please, let's get back in the game. We need a wicket. Urgently.
To change the angle. Still over the wicket. A wild swing from Rakeem Cornwall. 18 from the over. We're going 47 without loss. Hero Maximum's race, put these batters out in the middle, chasing Faf du Plessis. 21 play 23.
Come on, RC. I want you to get it. The big guy to get it. Certainly started off with a hiss and a roar. 3 so far.
For the highly skilled, Imad Wazim knows a lot about playing finals, Hero CPL finals.
Yeah, star quality. Lost Muhammad Amir, but this fellow has to step up now. They really do need him, the JTs.
He's up against a formidable pair. These two have achieved the highest average opening partnership in the tournament across all teams. 350 plus opening stands, and they're eyeing up another. Both Rakeem Cornwall and Carl Mayers.
Yeah, it's a fabulous stat because everyone's been wanting to get some consistency through their opening pairs. See, it was a real problem for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. They really did struggle at times too. The Patriots just subtly tweaked and changed their opening pair, and it really is such a key at T20 to get off to a ripper with your openers.
And I guess it has a lot to do with their mindset. Rakeem Cornwall spoke in a recent interview about him not thinking about the fear of failure, playing ball on instinct, expressing himself, backing his ability to strike the ball for boundaries. And he understands his role in this royal setup. So too Carl Mayers, who oftentimes when he gets a start will back deep into the innings with a good tempo and a good strike rate.
But also allowed Quinton de Kock, before he left for national duty, to do his thing, and then certainly David Miller as well.
Just like this, monster hit. Flies over the red stand, leg side. Fireworks straight away.
Got to be the biggest of the tournament. Has to be over that 103 metres that he did the other night. He got his length. It was just on off stump thereabouts. but it's the length he was searching for to play this. Yeah, 105, goes past 103. Absolute monster. The big guy in the final wants one more to equal Faf du Plessis, skipper and skipper, the sore necks.
It's a lovely expression. Oh, such a personality. Plays his cricket in the right manner, right spirit. Captain of the Jamaica Tallawahs. Mates off the field, they both represent the West Indies international side. Alligator or flying fish?
Which one I'd prefer to fish for. So that eastern embankment, just looking out in the com box, maybe not quite as chocker if the Warriors were here, sure, but really healthy environment, vibe, almost packed. Good noise up there. Another 50 partnership DG. Canelo is saying, chaps, it's wicket time. You won, you get two. Let's get into this contest. Let's get into this final. We really want to lift that trophy for Jamaica. Something's got to happen now. No!
That handle just cramping him. Maybe a little more pace. That delivery. Pace variation, something you can't expect when Imad Wasim is bowling. He's not a big turner of the ball. Uses that arm delivery that will come into the right-hander. Just like that. End of the fifth. 54 without loss. It's another final. Imad Wasim knows a lot about it. He spoke about the experience.
Nothing. For me, I told the team as well, it is just a game of cricket. We call it a final, we call it a championship, but this is why we play for. We enjoy cricket, we love cricket, and it is just a game of cricket. Yes, there are nerves, but for me,
Down the leg side, too easy for Carl Mayers. Off target and punished immediately. Kevin Allen, the new bowler, not the best start for the Jamaica Tallawahs, but a really good one for the Royals.
Yeah, the Royals have been so dominant, not just the opening partnership, but generally batting in the power play this season. Out to mid-wicket. Past mid-wicket for four. It's a boundary fest. From Cornwall mostly, and Carl Mayers.
Fours and 4 sixes already in this innings. Only in the 6th over. And we've seen so many lusty blows. Confidence oozing from these two.
His last 6 games of this tournament has taken a wicket in each, at least a wicket in each of those bowling efforts. 3 wickets a couple of games ago, so he'll be hoping for that same magic for his captain.
Shamar Brooks was the benefactor a couple of nights ago, being dropped on 5, went on to score a century. Tonight, Rakim Cornwall, difficult chance to him on Reefer, dropped on 13.
This man, he continues that streak of taking wickets in his last 6. Make it 7, including this one. The Republic Bank Classic catch.
Yeah, they needed that, didn't they? Needed a wicket desperately. Additional bounce pace, and it allowed the ball to carry to Imad Wazim, who's hovering on the inner circle. Look at where he is, not walking in, because he isn't anticipating a quick single. Two big men appreciate rather that effort. Cornwall goes for 36. Good start, 63 for 1.
Bush is back in. Times keeps that number. That's Quinton de Kock.
See if they employed that same field, Tarzan Khan, meaning no 45, no one at short fine. Didn't have any for the left-handed males. No, they have that. But actually, they don't. So they're utilizing the short mid-wicket, which I think is a good idea. If he wants to sweep, it's a risky shot. Doesn't usually get much bounce. Imad?
As I'm off the mark, and on their marks and ready to go, Alex Jordan and Naomi Cowan.
Yeah, thanks, Ian Bishop. We're just here watching the cricket, reflecting on 10 years of CPL, the quality of the cricket, and remembering, of course, this is not a national competition. This is a franchise competition. All that matters is the cricket tonight, right, Naomi?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Alex, one of my biggest lessons this tournament has been learning how to support everyone, no matter where they're from, no matter who they represent. I've become a way more, how would I say, compassionate and empathetic person throughout the tournament. I really don't focus on who is winning or who's losing, because cricket is the star of the show.
Yeah, except that the Barbados Royals really deserve it more. I mean, let's be honest, folks. They've worked hardest to get here. They really controlled the league stage of the competition, and it's obvious they should win tonight.
Well, you know what? Time magazine actually called Bob Marley's album Exodus the album of the century. So I think Jamaica's been putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, there is that, but Rihanna, just Rihanna, really. I just have one word, and perhaps Prime Minister Mia Motley. two of the most famous and powerful women in the world. Out of Barbados.
I can't. You know what? I love me, Mimi, and Riri, but you cannot deny. You're saying both, sir. Leo.
Okay, all right.
Saying both.
Respect you to the big sprinter, right? But we're at the cricket. Let's talk about Sir Garfield Sobers, the greatest to have ever done it. Hi, Sir Gary.
Okay, but you know what? I can't solve is jerk chicken. What else has Jamaica given the world? Festivals, escovitch fish. I mean, Alex, my belly's full just thinking about that country.
Oh, but flying fish and cuckoo though, delicious as well. Now, listen, Naomi, seriously. It's been so wonderful to spend the tournament together, support all the teams. And ironic that our country's teams here in the final.
I don't think it could have been aligned what Barbados is about. I don't have a problem if they win tonight.
I love Naomi, love you guys. Love you, CPL. Happy 10-year anniversary.
Some wonderful things beyond individual territory. Excellency, the President Ali and Marshal Montano, the soca champion behind him, world-renowned artiste. And it's been a great tournament. I'm sure the leadership of the country will be proud, but we need to get a couple of eye patches for Naomi and for Alex, the required colors. We are neutral here in the commentary box, of course.
Yeah, the impartiality of those two fighters down. And Rothman Powell to this middle phase to tie the Barbados Royals down. Utilization of the spinners is one way. Fabian Allen operating in tandem with Iman Wazim. Three spinners, three spinning options. Also has Nicholas and Gordon, who will at some point have to come in.
Chips, this is what Carl Bears will look towards Fabian Allen as a positive matchup in his favor. But Allen conquers it. He went for that big shot, looking to take on Fabian Allen. He's been a monster with the ball in the last few games. An El Dorado celebration from fabulous Fabian.
Career best figures a couple nights ago. This guy is really blockbuster. Low bounce. Very, very low down on the stumps. Just wonder how many of those types of deliveries we'll see through the course of this game. But he's taken 2 wickets now, important wickets in a final, just to restore some parity in this contest. The captain goes for 29, 69 for 2.
Look at the average of Jason Holder this season, 69. He's been outstanding with bat and ball, 16 wickets in addition to the runs he scored. Rejigged sort of batting order beyond the opening partnership so far. Fabian Allen has been stupendous with the ball. It's time in at 4 this season for Holder. off the mark immediately.
Into the pitch, we've spoken about that length for the spinners. Kept very low and some turn as well. Look at how low down on the stumps it makes that contact. Also like the fact that for Jason Holder, Rothman Powell used a slip. He still isn't using that 45, that feeler inside the circle. No easy single in short mid wicket.
The third one that by my reckoning we've seen keep it out tonight. Facial expression says it all. Previous over, there was a wide down the leg side that also defeated Canal Lewis because it kept low.
And Mujib looking on, I can tell you that he'll be looking intently at what is happening out in the middle. Usually skids it as well.
It's very dangerous. 70 for 2. The power play once again was good for the Barbados Royals. 63. Gordon into the attack.
Just wondering if he could have possibly used another over of spin in this phase. Still has Mohamed Nabi to fall upon. Rothman Powell trying to get some overs out of the way of Nicholson Gordon. I understand that, and I understand why. Because at the back end, it will be so difficult to defend or to restrict. So he wants to get a few overs out of the way. I just think that maybe another over of spin to get another wicket will make it a little bit easier. Always a judgment call. Let's see if Nicholson Gordon can come to the party. The concern for Rothman Powell would be, I suppose, those final 4 overs were so Pretorius has been quite expensive. Nicholson Gordon, inexperienced. Rothman himself bowled a couple overs in the death already in this tournament.
Nice guide from Jason Holder. Whether he intended deliberately to get it that fine, he alone will know. But he capitalized on the win.
This sort of width allows them to easily score a single if he guides it down to third. Or in this case, if he gets it fine enough to get a boundary. So still upward wicket to wicket. We saw some deliveries keeping low. Both batsmen just looking to get set and to consolidate a bit. So this here is where the Tallawahs can slip in 2 or 3 overs with 6 or 7 or 5 maybe. So far they've gone for 7.
More work for third man. A good job by Imad Wasim. Keeps it to 2.
And that line again. Comfortably outside off stump, which allows the ease of that stroke. Good feeling nonetheless.
Decent. That 79 for 2. Three decent overs. Horse power play. This one going for 9. David Allen 2 for 12 on his 2 overs. Into his third now. Oh, Bobby!
Variable bounce seen so far on the surface. The dismissal of Rakim Cornwall. Look at that bounce that was his undoing, and then look at this one, Tazam Khan. Similar length, similar line, disparity in bounce.
Several reasons. Particularly the aerial bounce, you're perhaps better advised staying in front unless it's very short.
Carbon copy of that previous shot. As a bowler, you don't mind that. As a matter of fact, that's the sort of shot or stroke that you're looking for. Making a change in field now, Rovman Powell, opening up that mid-wicket region and strengthening fine leg, which is good. Last 2 deliveries, I don't mind that. Don't give them it early, easily.
Legs of Holder able to looking to get forward. 81 for 2, just a couple of runs off that over. Halfway mark of the innings. Time for some refreshment. And just throw a chill break.
Halfway stage of the innings, Barbados Royals 81 for 2. Solid start by the openers once again. They put on 63, both Cornwall and Bears. Both already dismissed. And for the Tallawahs, after Pretorius and Green went for a few, Fabian Allen, Ahmed Wazin, so too Nicholson Gordon, playing their part in pulling back that run rate. Well, we've enjoyed the action on the field, also off the field. Our co-commentator Simon Dool had the chance to nip around Guyana on the Hero bike. Showed his multi-skills. Not only good in the combops, but loves to cruise. Hero bike, muscle matters, both with Simon Dool and this Red Beauty. Of course, Hero, title sponsors of Caribbean Premier League. We did also get the chance to visit Katia Falls, the largest single drop waterfall in the world. Had to fly from Ugal Airport all the way into the Amazon jungle. It was an experience, I tell you. It's the final of Hero CPL 2022, but with this 10th edition, we've had a journey. Here is Hero CPL Classic. JP Duminy in 2019 was an important member of the Barbados Royals team when the Royals won their second Hero CPL title. Used a brilliant 65 from 20 at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. Secured a win for the Royals against the Knight Riders. Maybe some inspiration from that clip for this Barbados Royals team. That innings, of course, second fastest 15 Hero CPL, just behind Andre Russell, Superman. His effort came off 14 deliveries and some known names on that list. Evan Lewis, Aaron Pollard, Sul Tanvir from Pakistan. Talking about Simon Dool and his multi-skills. Good night to you, sir.
Yeah, evening, Darren. Evening to everyone. It was a great ride as well. Yeah, taking the Hero motorbike around Guyana. Seen some wonderful sights. Rode along the seawall, rode into town. A lot of the colonial architecture as well, part of downtown Georgetown in Guyana. So, good amount of fun. A little smaller bike than I'm used to riding, but it was good fun. It was nippy and easy to get in and out of traffic. I will say that much. Little machine. Good fun. Good way to get around town, actually. A lot of busy traffic. I can tell you that much around town, so it was actually a really good way to get in and out of the traffic. Smooth ride.
enjoying that sea wall at the Atlantic coastline too. Jason Holder in at number 4 for the first time this season. And of course, many of you might wonder why that promotion. Well, he's batted in 8 innings. 6 of the 8 innings he's remained unbeaten. So I like this. I like this agility shown by Barbados Royals. Brains trust, just to give him an opportunity to exhaust that batting capacity that he has, Jason Holder.
Terrific start for Barbados Royals. It's been a good year for them as well, actually, Darren. Hasn't it? Think about the Royals franchise as a whole. You think about the final of the IPL, both finals in the women's, the CPL and the 60 final this year as well. And this is the fourth final in 4 months for their franchise. They bought a new franchise in the South African League as well. It's a very well run, well organised franchise. There's the Royals worldwide, of course, now. Jack Lush-McCrum at the top, the CEO, the owners, Manoj Madavi and Lachlan Murdoch as well. The Redbird team, who a lot of them are here. Jit Batakur is here as well. This the chairperson of Rajasthan Royals, he's in the ground tonight. Chalak Mitra Group, who are involved in the ownership as well, and it's just a really well-run franchise. So it's had good success this year. They've been heavily involved in women's cricket, particularly in Rajasthan, in India, and obviously had success straight away with both their teams in the 60 and in the women's CPL. So it's been a good 4 months for them. This looks like it might be continuing. Has that gone to hand? It hasn't. Put down, grabs the hold of the back, so hopefully everything is okay with Miguel Pretorius out there. Jard is back a little diving for that one. Always hurts more when you don't catch it.
If you kept your eyes on Miguel Pretorius when he was attempting this catch, there was a stutter. Took a long time to get himself in position. Don't know if the sighting was impeded because of the background, but didn't get there in time. Made it much more challenging.
$90 for 2 after 11.
Was Miguel Pretorius in the side for Mohamed Amir. If you keep your eyes on him, went across, stopped a bit, and then had to take the dive out. Wasn't fluency in that movement towards the ball. It was difficult to judge. Ball coming to you when you're in that position at deep cover.
Well, 11 overs gone. Let's find out where Naomi is.
Simon, as you can see, we had a very, very close meet. But as I'm kind of here to boundary just now, as I was getting ready to come and join you guys with the fact Jamaica Tallawahs, I have a royal back here. Cowboy.
Yes, I'm representing.
He's representing the USA. What brings you here to represent the USA at a match with Jamaica versus Barbados? I'm a little confused.
Because of the scenery, I love this place. I'm Guyanese born, and I love it, man. I represent it, and also the oil. You know what I'm saying? USA in the house. Let's go, Jamaica.
So where in the USA do you live?
New York, Long Island, Baldwin.
But you call yourself cowboy. Once again, I'm confused.
Yeah, because I'm from the Wild Wild West.
New York is in the east of America, but no problem. Alrighty, so Chanelli here is school teacher. You teach grades 9 to 11. She supports in the Tallawahs. Why is that?
I'm supporting the Tallawahs. I'm Warriors fan for life, but I'm here to support the Tallawahs because you know what? Who else?
Who else? But Chanelli, you know what I was thinking about as you told me that you're a teacher is how important sports, especially a sport like cricket, is in early adulthood development. How have you seen cricket impact your students, especially the ones that play?
Students being rugby, and not just academics, because as they say, active body equals an active mind. And I believe that within the Caribbean, we know that cricket is our thing. And also, knowing the discipline and being disciplined in the sport, you can transfer that into the classroom and into your studies in being disciplined.
That's did any of your students come to our morning matches? Because we did invite students into the stadium this season.
Unfortunately not, because I'm from Barbados. My school is in Barbados, so the children didn't get to come to the game. But I know they're watching at home, and so they're enjoying.
Well, thank you so much. And of course, we have some Tallawahs fans here. Say one more word for the Tallawahs before we head back up to the comms box.
Let's go!
Have Naomi and Alex Jordan out and about as well throughout the Hero CPL. They have been wonderful. 12 gone, 94 for 2. Six bowlers used so far, but Miguel Pretorius has left the field, so more required from Rodman Powell and his men, and he's going to now go to Roman Reefer. A little bit of left arm spin. Right. Chill, vibes, excellent. Angus Stewart, chill, refreshing moment. Give that young man a couple of $100 US, please. Put it in his school fund. Oh dear, that's got him straight in the grill here. I think we will have a little concussion test. Everything is okay. Tried to lap sweep. So, wasn't exactly short, but it's just hit Azam Khan right in the grill.
He's a short man, got down on one knee. He's experienced that lowering of bounce from the surface, so quite low in that swing. Ball bounces from the forearm into the grill. You look at this phase of the innings, Simon Dool. A large part of the success that the Barbados Royals have enjoyed with the bat has to do with the way they've scored in that middle phase of the innings. 7.7, the best of all the teams in this tournament, and at the moment they're going at 5s. So maybe that tempo has to be heightened a bit. Still quite a bit of depth in this batting lineup. What they don't want is to find themselves in a situation in the last 5 with wickets in hand and unable to get a score that is unassailable.
Well, that might help. Half a dozen Hero maximum out into the red stand from Azam Khan.
And he's the expected batter to accelerate the scoring. He's been there at number 3 prior to Jason Holder, so he understands the conditions. He plays spin very well and he scores at a great tick. He can also take the attack to the seamers. Quite risky, the player.
Got to get through Pretorius to 2 overs here somehow. Extra bowling. Have to use Reefer. Could go with spin. They're going to need someone at the back end as well. Navi's got 3 to go. Fabian Allen's got 1. Imad's got 2. Green's got 2. I don't know that they could go spin all the way to the end, or whether they'd be brave enough to go spin all the way to the end. Fabian Allen, very quick. Good decision, I think, not to come back for the second. I've seen some wonderful shots throughout the Hero CPL from our wonderful cameramen around the ground, but also from the Omega XL Skycam. Brought you terrific shots from high above all the grounds throughout Hero CPL, and the Omega XL Skycam doing its job again at the final of the CPL here this evening. Running, I think, from Jason Holder, wound up those long legs. Roman Reefer's throw missed anyway. 104 for 2, 13 overs gone. Things in relative check of late. Tallawah is our hero fan of the match. Well done to you. Yes, we've seen that before. We've seen that before. $500 US. Very well done, sir. All right, Navi's back 1, tidy over for 4.
Highly skilled bowler, Mohamed Nabi. It's really subtle pace variations. That's, to me, most significant part of his armory as a spinner. Really see that difference in action.
Well, I think, you know, this is something that Ian Bishop's talked a lot about as well throughout the last little while. Commentary had a discussion about it, I think, 2 or 3 games ago as well. This now can, the death period, which is what we call it, the attacking period, can now start, I think. 6 overs and change to go. Wickets in hand, take some risks, find some boundaries. Thank you very much, Azam Khan. On cue with a hero maximum.
Yeah, and the second 6 in consecutive overs from Azam Khan. So he's recognized that they're behind the 8 ball, so to speak, in terms of the run rate in this middle phase. So sure, there's a target that they're working with. Right-hander to right-arm off spinner. Got to attack Mohamed Nabi.
Carry, just 1 bounce to deep mid wicket. Yeah, I think Jason Holder's got to go as well. They're 13 from 16 at the moment. Now he has the ability to increase his strike rate, but I think he's got to start going as well, a little bit harder. Tried, stayed a bit low, that one.
I also think a bowler like Mohamed Nabi might want to consider bowling round the wicket because he's not a big turn off the ball. The angle from round to the right-hander just poses a little more challenge. Because one, you've got to negotiate if the ball is going to turn, and then the angle, you just can't hit across the line or hit with the theoretical turn.
That's lovely placement. Got a little bit of width from Nabi last ball of the over. There'd be 12 from it. Disappointed he couldn't finish it off, Mohamed Nabi. 6 to go, 116 for 2. 116 for 2, and sometimes it's not all about belligerence and power. It's timing and placement. Be a fun 88 magic moment there from Jason Holder. Visit the CPL social media site to see the winning moment, the winning fun 88 magic moment. To go. 12s would get the Royals to 188. I think that 180, 175, 180 is minimum. There and above is a bonus. They've seen some big scores in the last 3, 4, 5 overs at this ground.
Look at that last shot from Jason Holder, Sam Abdul, and you can see the difference in his technique. He's more crouched because he understands that there's a lowering of bounds. Head down, not as upright as you would see from a tall man like Jason. Yeah, keeping his eyes on the ball. Low hands, so crucial for success here at Providence.
Bowler, swing and a miss. Very good from Ahmad. He's been good throughout the tournament, putting his hand up again for the player of the tournament against the man he's probably in competition with.
Yes, Sam Abdul, you know a thing or two that we don't know, but two great all-rounders. And then with Zim getting the better of Jason Holder. That angle again, coming into the right-hander, ball keeping a little bit low. The Holder, he was aiming straight. Once against in that long-on region, which might have allowed him to make contact. Gone for 17. And 17 for 3.
Najibullah Zadran is the new batter. Average just 18 strike rate at 111 across his 17 innings. Just that angle, no turn, and you're right, did stay a little bit low, hit what, halfway, maybe a third of the way up the stumps at best. Just continues to impress. He's had things with the bat on the odd occasion, a couple of significant contributions at the back end. He's been good with the ball. They can't get a single there. He wanted one. We've been supplied throughout the Hero CPL with creamery novelties as well, which has been nice.
Simon, is that your call for more?
Yeah, well, it was my call for more, actually. I thought we might be able to get a creamy up here. Proud of getting them, but ours are missing at the moment. Been fantastic. Proudly owned and manufactured in Trinidad and Tobago, of course. Wide variety of flavours. Talking about how fantastic they are. Incredibly tasty. Coconut, my favourite.
Soursop and peanut, also very nice.
$15 gone. I'm going for an ice cream. It's 117 to 3.
5 to go in the final for the Royals in terms of what they can post here. Going at just under 8s. Just lost Jason Holder, just a little bit more onside. Would have been better to go straight. He's such a good striker straight. When you're up against Ahmad Wasim, he's master craftsman in terms of just giving you little, giving you so little. Yeah, Jamaican fans about to have Mohamed Nabi. Leading front there. You've got to be mindful of the spin twins. Think about Green, Marg. Now you've got a bit of Nabi, who's third. Left-handed Najibullah came in late. Got a bit of Bosch to come with Thomas, a bit of Majib at 6, 7 and 8. The President is going to come around the wicket. The 2 Afghans. These matchups, kind of about players and styles, but also compatriots playing franchise cricket around the globe. It's underway now. It's old Nudgy. Took him an over since used up 6 deliveries to get a single. Next, Azim Khan, striking at 110. He's faced 28 deliveries for his 31. Just a little look around the field. So good there. Wonderful touch from the Pakistani star, Azim Khan. Picks up a boundary. Evening, Bish.
Hello, Danny. Hello, everyone. Remember Azam Khan early on against PB and Allen was trying to play his back foot punch from cut. Allen was skidding on and maybe tighter on the off stump. He gets one from Nabi to go through. Beautifully done.
Indeed. Yeah, just that angle, isn't it? The lefty of Fabian Allen versus the right arm of Mohamed Nabi. And here we go. Well earned. 6 more.
Very good from Azam Khan again. Mention a 64-20 and 52. Taking on the responsibility in the previous reading since Miller in the top left. He's into the 40s now.
Dear. Well, did go leg side, followed him. Just wondered about the height. No. We have had 16, a dozen off that. It's 129 for 3. Loose yet the Royals have broken free, as it were. Barbados Royals, anticipation around with these death overs now about the start, about 16 to 20. Go at a dozens, they can get 177. A little bit further than that, go over 180. Screen. No, oh, they do take it. What was Green doing? He was just having them on. Couldn't get up quick enough. But slippery Greenie. No, there's no, don't take on Greenie. And then he got all tangled up with those long legs. Slipped a bit. Managed to sneak through. So that's good for the Royals because it's Azim Khan back on strike. Two Pakistanis facing. Oh! Yeah, went too early. Went way too early there, Azim Khan. Smart stuff from Ahmad. Yeah, they're saying, calm down. Ahmad's saying, no. Just hold on to this, please, Raymond. Refers. Bad over so far. Only 2 after 3 deliveries. So this is where a bit of adrenaline kicks in for the batter. Wanting to go big. Wanting to search boundary or sixer. Tweaking the field here from Ahmad Wasim. He's got his man riding on the boundary. That's Fabian Allen to come a lot straighter and extra cover on the fence. Skipper is just checking that out too. He's long off. Thinking of 2.
It's not always been easy to play the delivery that's on a good length from the spinners or just short of a good length because the ball is kept low at times. Several times, in fact. So it perhaps says a lot about what length the slow men can be bowling at the stumps and perhaps back edge of that spinner's good length and force them to play across the line. Don't go up into the gun mouth too often.
Yeah, those under sliders too, Bish. Fuller there. Being punished. So he's missed that length that Ian Bishop's on about. It's paid dividends for Azim Khan.
You've got to pick your moments when you get up there. But how beautifully is Azim Khan striking the ball in the last 4 innings? Lots of power from him, but also lots of touch, either along the ground or in the air.
On to go. Ramad. Chose to come down. Thought about one, yeah. Wanted it, but Najib Ullah is counting too, I reckon. He wants the strike. 17 done. 136 for 3.
Nice moment at the end of the last over between Imad and Azam. Imad runs up there. And though Azam wasn't pleased with his foul, just gives him a little nudge. Only 1 minute there.
Yeah, that was goal, wasn't it? Because he said, listen, I know what you're doing, Najee. You're counting. Counting the balls, and so am I. Senior partner, I mean, he's got every right, Azim Khan, to be a little frustrated there. He said, look, I need to get the strike. It's a team game. There's a trophy on the line here. So come on, Najib. So Azim Khan 45 from 35. Najib has only just got out there and got off the mark, really. Now we're going to have Nicholson Gordon. So this is important in a way. Najibullah either gets the strike rotated or hits a boundary. Wants a boundary. Should easily get 2 here, even though it's Fabian Allen. He was in a cheeky little pocket with an inside edge.
And I'm looking at the field that Gordon has for Najibullah Zadran, who has been employed as the finisher. 0 and 2 in his first 2 knocks. He has a deep backward point and a deep extra cover. So it says to me that occasionally, if not more than that, he looked to go full and wide. Or certainly wide above stump. Now the deep square leg comes back and the man, Powell, drops himself back at long off. So this certainly seems to be sometimes wide, off stump at best. Mostly outside.
You and I think we're on at the time. Nicholson Gordon, he wasn't a big fan of it, wasn't he? Trying to employ that fuller wide one and off stump. given his action and if he's slightly off with the timing in his action, it falls away, as we know and appreciate. He finds it, I think, difficult to possibly execute that strategy. But I think it's a good ploy, particularly for a guy that's new, trying to settle in. Najibullah hasn't got long, clearly, but see what Rob Mampel wants. It's Najibullah different against Hazim Khan. Score a chill, refreshing moment. Winner! Take the check and run. Time for the right-handed Hazim. Hazim can't beat Ahmad Wasi. Fielding, pretty good bowling as well.
A lot of narratives so far in the history of Hero CPL. If history is anything to go by in finals, they've got to score upwards of 160 to win. Anything below that batting first has been overcome by teams chasing in finals. That's history. I want to see if Kenal Lewis can upskill his game with the bat. He's a big, strong guy, but his game is limited. It's okay having intent when you open the batting, but you also need to have the skill, as Cornwall is showing. The skill to be able to dominate the power play. And I think for Kenna, he will look at this as a learning opportunity to say, look, I've got to add some more shots, add some dexterity, add some hitting areas. Cornwall has done it quite fruitfully and importantly.
Gordon, field set for that full one again. Oh, he's got a slow one. It's gone to the moon. Kenna's calling for it, but it's not his. And King, Brandon King with a ripper because he had big Kenna steaming over at him. I think the height's okay. They want to probably check it, but it is pace off from Nicholson Gordon. I think it's a winner here.
Legal delivery with the front foot. Just checking whether it's above waist high of the batsman. Oh, that's high. No, the batsman needs to be standing upright at the crease. That's where they make the judgment call. Standing upright at the crease when the ball reaches him. I think that's okay because he's crouched there and it's way in front when the bat makes contact with the ball. Titan Butler says, you're on the way, Najibullah. 6 of 12 is not a good innings for a finisher. It isn't. 140 for 4.
I was going to say it's time for young Bosch. It's not so. Closer to 30 these days. Corbin Bosch, pretty good time of it, yeah. And that slower ball too. She was on the way down. It was a slower delivery. Nicholson Gordon for a moment thought he was going to have it. And he said, what are you doing, Kenna? Leave it to Brandon King. Wonderful under the high ball, under the night sky. Judging that. Gordon loved it. Not so there. Good running. Oh, and Hazim Khan's ball watching. And he needs to get the dive out. Big fella with the slide. He's going to hold on to the strike. 5 off it and the wicket at 18. It's 141 for 4.
It's good from Azam Khan to put the dive in. I can think of several batsmen in this tournament that we've talked about not putting in the dive. Would have been very tight, but I like the desperation in Azam Khan. But by any means necessary. And he survives.
He ended up having to put in the big dive that Azam Khan. You talk about ball watching and not, running hard enough. So here's the wicket. But look, he's left the crease, and he needs to be backing up because he's so slow out of the blocks as Azam Khan. A lot of controversy late going around about that line, backing up. It's going to be wide here for Fabian, no doubt. Once again, Twitterland. The light lit up on the National Stadium. It's better, that's slower, that's smart bowling here from Fabian Allen. He's having a good night out. 2 for 15, he's in his fourth.
And that was Nicholson Gordon trying to make Najibullah fetch it from outside off stump. This is hitting to the gap. This is good from Azam Khan. It takes him to 50. Fourth half-century CPL. But it's really the run of form in the last 3 to 4 games, including this one, that has been so spectacular, trying to get them above 160.
Third 50 season. Another one. He really watched it. He kept an eye on. Yeah, he's pumped. Just saying, yeah, here's my third 50. Watched it all the way. Mentioned spinners have got to skid through. Good length like that. Yeah. Sucked him in beautifully there, Fabian Allen. It's that length again. He's got his man.
Fabian Allen hasn't batted nearly as well as he would like this season. 1 half-century. Don't expect too many of those from where he positions himself, but his bowling has really come to life. Slow, outside off stump, and on that good length. It's a good innings from Azam. 146 for 5.
Devon Thomas is the new man out in the centre at number 7 for the Royals. We're looking at reaching mid-170s, maybe 180, but now pull back here. Wickets falling at 117 now, 140 and 146 together. Just 2 guns. Thomas. Smart thing, get down and paddle like most keepers will do. It's allowed Bosch to get on strike. Yeah, just one. It got 50. I know it's keeping low, but he knows it is. He's played a couple of good strokes against the low skidding delivery. It's most annoying for the Royals for Azam Khan to get 50 and then get out straight away.
You can see how the ball died after it hit the pitch. That's something the Royals have to notice. The other thing is last year, remember last year? Remember the final? The Kings got 159. Dominic Drakes had to win it off the last ball. 159. And Warner. That's into the gap, that's full.
Yeah, it's clean. I like it. 150 up now, Bish. 151 for 5. We've got 1 to go. Superb figures, even though this last one's gone for 4. Maybe now on 3 for 24 from this ball. A good outing in the final. Who's going to bowl the last here? Right on cue for you, Bish. Yeah. Warner Park, 2 Saints. 59 was almost good enough. Almost. Thanks to DD. Dominic Drakes, that 48 not out was simply outstanding. Came to life and really did change the contest and the outcome of the final. We've got Nicholson Gordon with the 20th. Disappears. Just. Wonderful little pickup and go here from DT. The length, though, not great.
Yeah, what Danny Morrison means by that is that it's a combination of it being a length ball and being straight and off stump. That's what you'd call for some batters in a slot. Not the full slot, but in your hitting out. I think this field is set for him going into the pitch because there isn't that deep backward point for him to go wide. They struggled to keep a ball, the right-handed batter, 2 nights ago. There isn't a deep backward point.
Yeah, and I think he's got to be mindful of it because that is one of Devon Thomas's go-to areas. He's got sort of a slightly in front cover point on the fence for that sort of slash cut thing. And he's got the pickup with the man back. We just went over the head now. Got to watch the flick. Little flick. Not enough. Donsky. Nicholson Gordon. Careful. Give yourself a hernia. What a beaut. Another wicket though.
It's a lovely Eldorado celebration though from Nicholson Gordon, having been just smashed for 6. Missed his length. He's looking to go Yorker. But he's celebrating before the catch is taken, well before. We've seen him do that this season and then have to mellow himself when it was dropped. But he brings great energy and vibe to the team. Thomas goes for 7, 157 for 6.
Time for some Bosch. Corbin. Hasn't got into a gap. Springer down there. Oh yeah, a little misfield. And it's the pressure of a final. So getting close to 160, they'll go past that. What can they get? The last 3 deliveries. Celebration City from Nicholson Gordon. Great set of teeth. Fuller there, got it pretty much where he was trying to. Up into the hole. It's only a single, so there's 160, 2 to go.
Lowest total defended, successfully defended in finals. We had that rain-interrupted final between the Barbados franchise and the Amazon Warriors in 2014. The Tridents, as they were named, won then, defending 152-6. But after that, it's 171. That's up to now. That may change. I'm just giving you history, though, that you need upwards of that 160 if you're going by history.
So the new man, Majid, faces first. He hold his shape. Can he get a ball in his region that he wants? Well bowled, Nicholson Gordon. So another single allows Bosch to face the last. Best they can do is 167 if it disappears. This, of course, you're throwing a wide or a no ball. Get another one.
Is that a run, regardless of whether we hit it or not, whether it goes through to big strapping Canal Lewis, who's removed his right glove so that he can throw at the stumps. So run, whatever happens. Losing a wicket here does not matter.
Spotting Bish. Just a little tweak in the field. Well bowled. Wants the appeal given. And a tackle as well. And he's down with another Eldorado. Going to review it, but Nicholson Gordon, he's in the thick of it with his celebrations. Doesn't matter. He got no runs. He's been castled over, fallen over. It's all happening. So the Royals finish there at 161. Well, that's very good. Very good from Nicholson Gordon to be behind the line. Crucial in T20 anyway, let alone the last delivery of an innings. Clipping leg, been given. Just has to clip leg. Of course, he's been given on field. No ultra edge, Bish. What do you reckon, Eddie? Clipping the leg or missing?
We'll find out in a few seconds for sure. But it is good, though, from Nicholson Gordon to come and bowl at this high-pressure time. No Muhammad Amir. And to finish with 3 wickets for 33. Confirmation of the LBW. So Kirkley likes it. He thinks it's a total that they can manage their way towards. Time will tell. Will end up being something to test Carl Mayers, and Trevor Penny will be brainstorming.
Yeah, seen a couple keep low, haven't we? So let's see how their spinners can go. Win the toss, bat first in a final, understandably so. The Royals have managed to post 161 for 7. Standout Pakistani Azim Khan with a half century there, 51. 36 from Cornwall. Bit of the skipper Carl Mayers with 29. A little bit of Jason Holder, but he just stuttered away and lost a few wickets altogether. 140, 146, and then 157, and the final one to go at 161.
Nicholson Gordon stands out 3 for 33, but he's bettered by Fabian Allen. He's been fabulous, Fabian, with the ball. 3 for 24, taking at least 1 wicket in each of the last 7 games, including this one when he's bowled. A wicket for Imad as well. Brilliant.
Possibly time to go down for a flash with Naomi.
Yes, standing with Nicholas Flash Gordon. He hails from the parish of Westmoreland in Jamaica, home to one of my favorite places, Negril. Nicholas, that last wicket that we just saw out there. I mean, the celebration. What are we gonna call it?
I was backing away appealing and felt on the ground. So my thing was already done on the ground. So just do something. Yeah, and that just come to my mind. So I just.
And you really did something. And even that catch that Brandon captured out there against Najib, I mean, that was beautiful. How did that feel?
Well, I saw it in the air, but I have confidence in Brandon King. I have confidence in all my teammates. So once it go up, I'm going to celebrate. If it drop, I understand and stuff like that, but I'm going to celebrate and stuff like that because I have confidence in my teammates.
And Nicholas, I'm curious as to find out what your opinion is on Kyle Mayers' choice to bat first. You know, he won the toss and chose to take the pitch first. Do you think that worked in their favor?
Well, to be honest, maybe that worked in their favor and stuff like that. Maybe they think that total that they have on the board is defendable. But we have confidence that we're going to chase down that runs and get it.
Absolutely, and I'm even curious if maybe they thought that by batting first, based on what the Tallawahs did 2 nights ago, they thought they could match that. So what do you think?
Well, again, that total on the board, maybe they think in their opinion that is defendable total. We just have to go out and apply ourselves and get that total, and we will.
Absolutely, and finally, how do you think your team will approach the pitch now that we've kind of gotten settled into it tonight?
Well, first, I know the guys are professionals, so they have to go out and assess and play according to the condition, and pretty simple, and just get the runs. We're under no pressure.
All right, well, thank you. 3 wickets on the belt tonight. Nicholas Gordon.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Gordon. In terms of wanting to go up front, post a total, King Kong, what could he do with the captain, Kyle Mayers? Some lovely stroke play early on. Victorious put to the sword. So too green with a little short opportunity. Reefer put a hand on it. Little pick up. It was too full, too short a couple of times. Got punished. And Margaret Scene got pumped early from Big Brent Cornwall. Margaret Scene was the catcher. Fabian Allen the bowler. Soon after Mears got knocked over by Fabian Allen in time for a bit of a celebration. Punctured outside edge, little dab. Nazim Khan had a bit of luck. Victorious hurt his back, go off, and then Nazim Khan put on a show. Lovely striking, very strong down the ground there, and a little bit of deft touch as well from Jason Mulder. Took that. Decided to go long on and get straight across these poles to Ahmad. Nazim Khan went on his merry way, made some lovely strokes through the offside. Najee Buller came and went, used up a lot of deliveries for not many. Sideball from St. Gordon and Brandon King took a crack in the night sky. Got to 50 here. Nazim Khan liked it. And then went out to collect those bottles in a second. Dogs. Celebration from Nicholson Gordon's catch. And then the last ball of the innings, look out, oh, trip him over. Nicholson taking that. And he did, but it was out LBW anyway. So 161 for 7 is what the Royals got. Let's see if it's going to be enough. Is it going to be enough? King Kirtley reckons it is here in the final. So they need 162 of their 20 to take the trophy. Let's see if they can. We'll catch you on the other side.
This is how we play the games. We gon' represent and show them who we stand for. You guys, for your team, we'll give the best we've got. That's how we play. Everybody, every soul, the art and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean those. Now it's time to come out and nation. To the team in a unification. In the stadium, play.
इसको तो मोड़ के आई हुई 26 तो मोड़ के आई ओ माशाल्लाह 20 हो गया था 20 ठीक है ना चल चैट कर वो ब्रेक आ गई ब्रेक आ गई ब्रेक कितनी लेट हुई था
The National Stadium in Providence, Guyana is hosting the Hero CPL final for 2022. The Barbados Royals up against the Jamaica Tallawahs. It's the Royals who batted first, but we are enjoying a collection of winners from the Guyana Talent Search and the Ministry of Culture as well, putting on a show for us at the half-time break. This Hero CPL final. So much wonderful talent in and around the whole region of the Caribbean. A little bit of the up-and-coming talent on show here tonight at half-time. Barbados Royals decided to bat first, having won the toss. Kyle Mayers. This final runs on the board are the key. Both captains would have done the same thing at the toss. 161 for 7. Got off to a really good start. 63 for the first wicket between Cornwall and skipper Mayers, and Azam Khan with a half-century chief contributor. 51 off 40. Samuel Badri alongside me with some good shots, although he started relatively slowly.
Yeah, on the back of a good foundation laid by the different batsmen. Azam got his groove after he got set. You could have seen some deliveries keeping a little bit low, but once he got set, he was able to play some really sweet shots. Good timing, good placement. I think something like 3 half centuries in 4 innings for Azam Khan. The bowlers for the Tallawahs, Fabian Allen, career best for him, bettering his returns a couple of nights ago, 3 for 24. Bowling some difficult overs as well in the power play and in the death. 3 wickets for Nicholson Gordon, I think was very impressive tonight as well. So generally, this was a good bowling effort.
Yeah, of course, they lost Mohammed Amir and lost Pretorius through the game. Good catch from Imad with the first blow to get Cornwall out and swing across the line from the skipper. They might have kept it a little bit low. That was excellent work behind the stumps from Big Kennar Lewis as well. 3 for Fabian Allen. That is what it's all about. 162 required by Jamaica Tallawahs. They are to get home as we continue to enjoy the up-and-coming local talent in Guyana. Looking forward to this run chase Did see a few balls keep low, Sammy. I just wonder what the key will be from a Tallawahs point of view. I looked through their lineup. I feel that they've probably got a little bit more batting depth. You think down to Fabian Allen and Mohamed Nabi and Ahmad Wazim. Chris Green is more than useful with the bat as well, so I just wonder whether they got a slightly deeper batting lineup than the Barbados Royals, and will it be required? Dream 11 Fantasy League scoreboard after the first innings. Pretty tight at the top. Fabian Allen and Nicholson Gordon. Fabian Allen is required with the bat. He has an opportunity to add to those numbers. So does Rakeem Cornwall, actually. 60 points. We may even see him take the new ball. Time will tell. The artists and acts that have been entertaining us at half-time here at the National Stadium in Providence have departed the scene. Umpires are all but set. And it has been a wonderful stay for us all here in Guyana. We've been here for just over 10 days now, and it's been absolutely magnificent. We have been treated royally in and around the township. Wonderful river adventure as well that we all went on. Kaitua Falls, where a lot of our people have been in the last few days. It's been magnificent. Thanks to all those who have contributed. Helping the finals of Hero CPL been so successful here in Guyana. No small part due to the government as well. All right, opportunity for one of these two teams to be three-time winners. Of course, you can see the tridents on that board there, 2014 and 2019. So they are the Barbados franchise that is now the Royals. The Tallawahs 13 and 16 for the Jamaica Tallawahs, their two wins. So one of these teams looking to be three-time winners of Hero CPL. On the spot, Samuel, we always talk about runs on the board, but I just wonder whether they got enough at the back end, the Barbados Royals.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? From that start, 63 in the power play, just feel that they fell away. And that, this might be an underpass score. Scoreboard pressure, we've spoken about it in big games, how telling it will be. Just think at this stage, it's the Tallawahs' game to lose. When I look at the bowling options as well for the Barbados Royals, just two spinners, Mujib and Joshua Bishop. Jamaica Tallawahs bowled 13 overs of spin, picked up 4 wickets at an economy of 7.15. At best, you'll see 8 overs of spin from the Royals. Also with the juice setting in, ball might come on a little bit better, might be a little bit more difficult for the bowlers. So that's why I think at this stage, it's tilted in the balance of the Tallawahs. What will also be key to Julie is the variable bounce that we've seen, and whether or not these batsmen are intent to play with the vertical bat. Those cross-batted shots, the cuts in particular, quite risky. So they would have seen and gleaned from that first innings the way they should bat on this surface.
Well, Brandon King has picked up his second CPL 100 this year. Will be up against the Barbados Royals skipper Kyle Mayers with the new ball, and Kennar Lewis hasn't had the best of times this season. When you look at those numbers, just 125 at 13. What a great time to put a score on the board for Kennar Lewis tonight. Let's think about Kyle Mayers with the new ball, and from an opening batting point of view, he's not quick by any stretch of the imagination. I would be encouraging my opening batters to get at least 1 or 2 feet outside the crease. Take away that LBW. If you hit on the pads that far out in front of your stumps, it's probably not going to hit your stumps if you get hit in front. See how they cope with the swing. First ball of the chase. Full toss.
We've seen before Brandon King susceptible to the ball that comes into him. Doesn't get that front part out of the way. has to play around it and typically gets spinned. Not as much pace from Palmiers, so he'll be able to make the adjustment. He needs to open up a little bit more.
Good. But this is what I'm talking about. You just, if you are a foot and a half, 2 feet outside your crease, you can actually work these deliveries into the onside a little more. Just get down, get a little bit further outside the crease. At the moment, Brandon King is crease bound, and that bat is coming from outside to in. It goes out to gully, and then comes back in. Should get underway here.
You also see that front pad going towards the offside, that front foot, which means that he has to play generally around it, as opposed to staying beside the ball. Kenna Lewis, well, he has struggled of late. And if you believe in the law of averages, tonight might be his night.
Golden struggles again. It's a big breakthrough for the Royals and the skipper. Eldorado celebrations all around. Kenna goes for a golden one.
But the law of recency trumps the law of averages tonight. On the stumps, swing, late swing from the Mears. This is what you'd expect him to do. Bat and pad, big gap, nowhere close. The captains, the Royals captains, as he so often has done this season, picks up an early wicket. Doc Dredd is in the building. 1 for 1.
The hero of the previous encounter, the previous match for the Jamaica Tallawahs, Shamar Brooks. Looking up for that magnificent century. It comes at a time very early in the innings. They've just lost Kenna Lewis to an in-swinging delivery. Completely played all around it. Just looks all at sea at the moment, Kenna with the bat. Falling over a touch, not really watching the ball all the way, just expecting it to hit the bat. And Myers with a great breakthrough early. Catching mid-wicket for Rakeem Cornwall with a long on. Deep backward square for the right-handed Brooks, and he goes over third, just away to the boundary for 4.
If I remember correctly, he got off the mark with a boundary in that region in the last game as well. This time, a little bit more deliberate to get this one over the fielder in the inner circle. And luckily for him and for the Tallawahs, had enough pace on it to do that. So off the mark immediately, Brooks with presented.
Wide, we'll have to re-bowl that one.
It's a huge target score, so they have time, they have the opportunity to get themselves at these two stroke makers. Both King and Brooks can time the ball, can play cricket in shots. So important that they remember to do that on this surface.
It's a very similar ball that got rid of Kenna Lewis. Shamar Brooks up to the task. First over is done, 7-4. The 155 required for the Tallawahs. Now Lewis already back in the hut. Brandon King yet to get off the mark, having faced 3 deliveries. Brought back into the side. Tonight, Joshua Bishop, he's playing a little bit of tag with Hayden Walsh Jr. of late. One game out the next. Horses for courses, we're told. Can't get to that one. Should be a couple and pretty comfortable.
Of course, there's a lot of familiarity here. Shamar Brooks is from Barbados, playing against his countrymen. We know Joshua Bishop and what he does quite well. Like this from Calmiers, getting the spin on one early. Want Joshua Bishop to target that front part, target the stumps. It's a bit too full on those 2 occasions. Into the pitch, back of a length.
More like it there, Sammy, isn't it? Spot on. It was what Imad did well. It was what Fabian Allen did well. And again.
Absolutely, don't move from there. If he plays a good shot from there, if he comes down the track, then so be it. But don't move from there. Live on that length and that line.
Nice, and a bit of turn as well. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen much of that tonight. We'll put something in your head, Shamar.
Where did that come out from? This was simply unplayable. At good pace, prodigious turn.
Good finish. 9 for 1 after 2.
Welcome back to Providence and to the final. Well, it's 9 for 1 for the Jamaica Tallawahs in their chase after 2 overs. And as you would expect, many dignitaries here. I'm here with President Irfan Ali, President of Guyana. And I also have a minister here from the Minister of Road, Marcel Montano, our finest performer in our region. Let's start with you, President Ali. Maybe your thoughts on how this week has been for Guyana.
This week was just exceptional. You know, this is the first year of hosting the finals. We wanted to bring cricket with our regional culture, our food, our people together, integrate everything into one product, and it was just exceptional. Today I got the numbers for September. This is the highest September arrival ever at the Cherry Jiggin International Airport. A huge part of our diaspora came back. People from the region came. And look, today, this is the final. The Amazon Warriors are not involved in this final, and yet it's completely packed. This is what cricket is about. This is what the region is about. It's about people coming together and enjoying themselves, celebrating each other.
Congratulations to you and to the people of Guyana for putting on such a show for us. And one man who knows about Caribbean regional unity is Marcel Montano. Your thoughts on 10 years of the CPL?
Oh man, 10 years. The legacy is in the making. This has been so entertaining for us. You know, seeing the Caribbean coming together, seeing these boys putting on this level, it's really impressive. The names involved. And I mean, I watched this CPL during the COVID, so it was so entertaining and so I think when you put Carnival in the mix and you have Marshall here, You ready to touch the world?
Ah.
Cricket and Carnival, Guyana doing it nice.
You must be thrilled to have Marshall here. Are you going to go to the concert tomorrow night?
Listen, Marshall does not belong to any country in the region. Marshall is a true regional man. This man is a champion. He has a heart, an unbelievable heart, a love for people. We are thrilled to have him here. He is part of Guyana. Tomorrow night he'll be leading the stage, celebrating the region here in Guyana. And Marshall really understands what we are trying to develop here, not only for Guyana, for the region, because we want this to pick up throughout the region. CPL must be a product that everyone wants to be a part of. And with Marshall, you can't get better.
Nice indeed.
That's because we move in heavy like a family.
It is a wonderful Caribbean family. Last shout out to the people to invite them tomorrow.
Yo, this is it. Cricket Carnival in Guyana. Marshall is here, Spice is here, Skilly is here, Jamaica, Trinidad, the whole Caribbean. We say come out tomorrow night to the National Stadium. Super concert.
Marshall, a very Jamaica Tallawahs heavy crowd here tonight. Who are you backing?
I mean, I see people back in Jamaica. I see some Bajans back in here. I for the Caribbean. So, I back in Guyana. I back in any team.
TKR back at home.
That to the best. Big up my TKR fans.
Yes.
But I must shout out PM Butley.
I represented.
'Finale has put together a wonderful tournament along with everyone involved here at Hero CPL. Cannot wait to see Marshall Montana tomorrow night. Bend over and fast wine, better than them. Looking forward to it. Had a great night last night. Barris Hammond. Looking forward to Marshall Montana tomorrow night. It's been a festival of cricket indeed. Music and wonderful cricket as well. One past the outside edge. 17 for 1, 3 gone. $17 for 1, 162 required, so 145, 102 deliveries. That dancing going on last night at the Barris Hammond concert, which was just over the back of the stadium here. Actually, the stage was set up. It'll be the same place that Marshall Montana was performing tomorrow night. Well, a countryman of yours, Sammy, isn't he? Soca champion.
Yeah, the greatest entertainer. One of the greatest entertainers in the region. Marshall. Very much beloved back home and certainly across the Caribbean and the world for his exploits. Nice to see him here to continue that regional unity and integration that we've seen so much of during this year's Euro CPL.
Gap, no, just a quick single. That's the stage from last night. That's where Marshall will be tomorrow night performing. And we took that man along last night, and it's quite amazing when things sort of transpire that Kirtley sort of saw Barris Hammond and he saw Kirtley, and they just embraced straight away. There was a amazing love. Of course, Kirtley's got his own band that he plays in Antigua. Plays the bass guitar. There's King Kurt. Wonderful musician in his own right. There was Richie Richardson was in that band. I don't know whether he still is. Richie and Kirtley still play together a little bit, but just the love of music when they both saw each other last night was unbelievable. It was great to see, and huge thanks to Beres Hammond and his team for letting us meet the great man afterwards and get photos taken as well. Fantastic evening. And looking forward.
He's lacked consistency, Joshua Bishop. He's seen what is possible if he pitches the ball in a good area, good line and good length. Hasn't been able to do it often enough. And as a spinner, something that you must be able to do, that repeatability, that control. Hit a good line and a good length at good pace, and it's going to be difficult to score. Don't give freebies. Good batting nonetheless from Shamar Brooks, usually a good sweeper. What you would expect from this pair as well, we didn't see it as much in that first innings, as the running between the wickets, in between the boundary, rotation of strike and running and pushing for those twos. Good end to the over from Joshua Bishop, 4-1, 24 for 1.
It's the Hero CPL trophy. That's what it's all about. Royals and the Tallawahs. One of these teams looking to become 3-time champions. Hero CPL. Jason Holder now is the attack. 16 wickets this season. He's been exceptional. And a very good economy rate as well. Ball gets through, little misfield, and it'll race away for 4.
Exactly what you don't want as a bowler if you bowl a loose delivery. You want your fielders to support you. You want them to help you out. This should have been stopped. Yeah, London Bridge. Favorable matchup here for Brandon King over Jason Holder. Strikes at close to 130, averages 45. He's one first delivery. Went before. A bit slower this time around into the surface. Jason Holder very experienced. Able to assess the conditions quite quickly and make the adjustments. Brandon King, he needs to bat deep. Hasn't had the majority of the strike so far.
High, be a leg by. It's a slightly different approach from the Tallawahs to what we saw from the Royals. They were a bit more gung-ho, a little bit more adventurous. Obviously the power of Kyle Mayers and Rakeem Cornwall at the top for the Royals. This is more about them steady batting, get a steady power play away. They know what can be done in the last 7, 8, 9 overs if they've got wickets in hand with the power that they have. You think about Rodman Powell, Ramon Reefer, Fabian Allen, Muhammad Nabi, Ahmad Wazeem. Way, there is protection out there.
And what will also be key is those 4 overs from Mujib. How Kalmiers utilize him and how well the Jamaica Tallawahs play him, how smartly they play him. If they can keep him wicketless, maybe score a run a ball, even 20 runs from his 4, I think they will be in a good position. Those 24 balls from this man is quite key.
Yeah, and the way that the other bowlers have bowled so far, you think about Mayers, Bishop and Holder, they haven't forced Kyle Mayers' hand to have to use Mujibi. So it's almost playing a little bit into the Royals' hand here because he hasn't had to go to him inside the power play. So the later, the deeper he can hold him back, I think the better off the Royals will be. They get it through again. Decent start from Jason Holder after the boundary off the first. 30 for 1 after 5.
Tallawahs were a little bit on the weak side. 30 for 1 after 5. Royals, they were 54 without loss. Still admiration for Chris Green, despite him not being a warrior. Now a Tallawahs. Love him in this part of the Caribbean, as you can see. Ramon Simmons. Glasgow Emergent Player, one of the leading contenders for this award. 7 wickets so far for him. It's a good economy. He often bowls in the pressure situations. Jamaica Tallawahs with the loss of just 1 wicket, that of Kenna Lewis. Team that is slowly building a platform for this run chase, Ian Bishop.
Yeah, you mentioned Kenna Lewis, and I made the point during the first innings that Kenna has to upskill his batting. He really needs to find a more all-round game and find different strokes, and I drew the comparison to someone like Rakeem Cornwall. This is how he went tonight, so it's all too simple. He had a decent enough season last year on a small Warner Park ground, but he needs more variety in his batting, and for his offside game isn't great. So we move from him to Ramon Simmons, who's been outstanding.
Feel the deep point. Barbados Royals, a team that plays to its strengths. As you can see in this power play, 4 overs of seam, very different to what we saw from the Jamaica Tallawahs, who opted for 4 overs of spin. That potency of spin is what Robman Paul relied on. Very different to Calmez. And as a captain, it's important to get that balance between understanding your strength as a team, but also trying to exploit the deficiency in the opposition. Just to the left of that field and short third. The It's been a very productive area for Shamar Brooks. Gets 4.
Yeah, there's a deep backward point who came in to play about 2 balls ago, so they've got that man square on the boundary. No normal third man and no one had slipped. So they're banking on the ball going square rather than fine as it did there past Obed McCoy. Let's see what he has to offer with the ball tonight, McCoy.
Just goes too far down the leg side. Wayward delivery and punished. Very good end to the power play for the Jamaica Tallawahs. 11 runs coming from the over, 41 for 1.
Ramon Simmons will look at this as an unforced error. You can talk about badly lined deliveries. That was way off target and too easy when you haven't got an orthodox fine leg, just a deep square leg.
That required rate in check. Just 8.6 over required by the Tallawahs.
Subscribe Zen Plays YouTube channel.
At the same stage, had only lost 1 wicket, so on par in that regard.
Another fielder outside of the circle here, don't they? Where is he? Who's going back? Yeah. Third man has to drop back. McCoy is into the attack. Prolific wicket taker this season.
That's magnificent. Really special from Brandon King. He struggled a bit with the straighter line deliveries. Doesn't miss out on this occasion.
Poor delivery from Ramon Simmons to end the previous over. Not great to start this over from Obed McCoy. Still, you've got to go into your length delivery. Tighten up your line. He struggled with his initial deliveries often during this tournament. Lots of good advice will be emanating from Kyle, the captain, and from Jason Holder. Now it's execution.
King getting into double figures. Last 2 innings, single-digit scores. After that century, hasn't really produced an innings of significance. Brandon King.
Either side of the 100, he averaged about 17 in 6 innings before the 100 and single-figure scores after the 100.
Changing the angle for Obed McCoy for that delivery.
Yeah, I think he's got something like 15 wickets already this season, Obed McCoy, but I'm looking at the bigger picture and I'm looking at where the ball is landing. And I've said it all tournament that he has gotten better compared to where he was in St. Kitts, but certainly in the early part of the spell, he puts pressure on himself by not hitting what we call good areas. Heading to the World Cup, he wants to better.
Solid power play for the Jamaica Tallawahs. The wicket of Kenna Lewis was the first one. Brought Shamar Brooks to the crease, and in his elegant style, played a few boundaries. Brandon King also got going. 2 fours so far to him. A good end to the power play phase with a boundary from Brooks.
Think hard of getting Mujib and over very, very soon.
Yeah, I often feel when you have a total in front of an opposition team, you control the game with the way that you take wickets, the way you use your attacking bowlers. Mujib, of course, one of the attacking bowlers in this Barbados Royals team, so sure you want to introduce him quite early in the game for him to impact it by taking wickets. Chip for a single to end the 7th. 48 for 1. Hundred and 14 more required from 78 balls. That's the equation for the Jamaica Tallawahs. G is the man. 10 wickets to his name. Just 6 matches, an economy of 5.1. What he's very good at is taking the ball into right-handers and away to right-handers. It's beautiful. He's so good to watch when he's on the go. Brandon King went like a rocket through the cover region.
50 partnership comes up. Mujib missed his length, missed his line. Absolutely right. Very rarely see the ball go from back to boundary in such a quick space of time.
Chip between these two. I still think that if you offer Brandon King the opportunity to score through the offside, it's bread and butter to him. I'm going to try to make him score through the onside, maybe straighter lines. Work your magic from that sort of straight wicket to wicket line. Spoke about that front foot getting into the way and that technical sort of deficiency that he has as a right-hander. Try to exploit that. Challenge him more as a batter, given that little technical flaw. Just like that. Wrong man, but right outcome for the Barbados Royals. Another delivery from the slow bowler, keeping low on this pitch number 4. It's gone for the review.
Length was good. That's what causes the problems on the surface. We saw when Azam was batting, he got a few that kept low. No problems with the front foot. Good backing up from Brandon King. Nice to tight because there was some angle on it. And he struck just inside leg stump. Now it was given out, so it has to completely miss the stumps. Nicking the stumps will remain out. No back. get involved.
Critical moment in this match. An in-form Shamar Brooks on the cusp of an important decision. Will he survive? Yeah, missing. Will get an opportunity to continue his innings. Shamar Brooks. The review has worked for the Jamaica Tallawahs.
Hard to chastise them. What that delivery showed us is the length from where these variations happening. It's perhaps back edge of a good length. It is keeping low onto the stumps. So cherish that length again. They will not all keep low, but you're hoping that one or two will.
It's a nice aspect of Shamar Brooks' game to observe and appreciate the way he rotates strike. And he's not searching for that boundary. In times, works the ball through the onside or through the offside and turns the strike over. Jamaica Tallawahs been able to keep those dots down. 8 overs gone, 55 for 1. Torganol Danes have been making its mark on Hero CPL via face painting. We saw the ground staff using this brand of paint, marking the creases, beautifying the National Stadium here in Providence. Squeeze through. Once again, Brandon King negotiating that straight full delivery.
Interesting too that Ramon Simmons his first over from the players' pavilion, and he bowled largely from left arm over the wicket. He's decided to go around the wicket to tighten up his line, not wanting to go too wide, bowled straight enough.
That's gorgeous. Very gorgeous from Shamar Brooks. Silky smooth hero maximum.
That's one of the challenges when you go round the wicket to bowl straight. If you come into the hip region of someone as wristy and as in form of Shamar Brooks, 40, 109. Now looking good on 36 from 26. Just as he said the other night, just wants to make love to the ball.
This partnership has jumped to 61 from 49. This piece of timing from Shamar Brooks. It's an extra ping off his bat when he makes contact with the ball. Of course, historically, Jamaica Tallawahs twice in Hero CPL finals, twice lifting the trophy. Third time in the final for this franchise. And for the Royals, 3 attempts previous to this, 2 titles to them. 2014, 2019. Both times, Jason Holder featured. The fine stroke behind point. Fielder gives chase but can't get there. That's bread and butter for Brandon King. They put too much room through the offside.
Problems from 4 Ramon Simmons, being scored off both sides of the pitch. In his first over, he was scored off in the offside and leg side boundaries here as well. Onside boundary, now a offside boundary from Brandon King. What Raheem Cornwall to do on this pitch with the ball.
Just compounding the situation. Simmons shown very good form with the ball all season. Just the pressure of being in a final is not an easy challenge to cope with. Unlike a few players on show, Imad Wazim, of course, in a previous final in Hero CPL. The Player of the Match award in that last title win for the Tallawahs. Okay, funny you make mention of Raheem Cornwall. I did mention that both teams attempt playing to their strengths, but I also feel that assessment while you play needs to also be factored in. As we did mention, the slow bowlers are getting a little lowering of bounce from the surface, so maybe that is where the bias should be with the bowling options for Kyle Mayers. One of the very good captains in T20 cricket, able to stay with the pulse of the game unfolding. 9 overs gone, 71 for 1. Required rate manageable 8.2. One more required by the Jamaica Tallawahs. In between overs, Kyle Mayers having a chat with Jason Holder and Raheem Cornwall. Mujib will continue. It's wide of the field in that long on position, and he gives chase to no success. Another boundary for Shamar Brooks. He jumps into the 40s.
Such an abject lesson in hitting gaps and timing the ball rather than muscling the ball. These 2 innings, 3 innings really from Brooks.
Again, in that big region, 1 bounce for making light work of Mujib's over.
And it causes real problems for the Royals and for Kyle Mayers if you could go after the man who is perhaps Their trump card bowler, the way that he's performed in Mujibo Rahman causes real headaches.
ExxonMobil, finals partner. Of course, a strong partnership with the Guyana government, a company that has initiated oil and gas exploration activities here in Guyana since 2008. The government has received more than 1.4 billion in revenues. And an insult to injury, a fumble allows for another fall.
High quality batting. All of the Tallawahs fans around the region and further afield will be very enthused by the aesthetics of the stroke play, the quality of it, the sheer dominance in taking on someone like Mujib. Brilliant from King and Brooks. Chesky, Brooks and King.
Last one.
Needs to be some sort of intervention here by Carl Mayers. Piece of advice, maybe just to prompt an adjustment in the field, or maybe push Mujib to change the angle or the line of attack. As mentioned, Brandon King is a strong offside player.
फोर करना चाहिए
15 coming from the over. 86 for 1 after 10. And it's an Angostura chill break.
chill play line. Oh नहीं. नहीं 60 बार से 76 रन चाहिए ना.
And it goes, steel pants. You'll be able to believe it. HPL. We're going to see everything thanks to CPL. Oh, heroes. Final. Both these sides would like to make it 3 titles. They've had 10 years to the inaugural one. 2013 dark and stormy in this team. Nixon cutting loose as the coach. Paul Nixon out of the UK, that is. Queen's Park Oval, 2013. Massive celebrations and the inaugural win. The Jamaica Tallawahs. Great scenes. Pretty good scenes here too, because everyone's needing a bit of a drink and a break. Seeing a store a chill break. Palmeiras revving things up here to get back in the contest. Trophy at stake. And as we know, cricket lovers, we've just had the drinks break, and you know what happens straight after a drinks break. Some comfortable stroke play between these two. King and Brooks, 85 so far. It's just timing, touch, slightly off. Well, you're going to disappear because King and Brooks, delightful drivers, cutters, dabbers, you name it. These two talented right-handers have got it all. Both in good touch. Brooks particularly off that 100 in a purple patch. We're going to have a bit of Jason Holder, wicket taker. Possibly up for man of the series. Up against Brandon King now, after a drinks break. Sammy B alongside. There's a bit of twisted finals.
Yeah, what lies ahead? If only you can look into that crystal ball and see the outcome. Well, Barbados Royals, they need a wicket. They need a wicket within the next 2 overs to get things back, pull things back a little. Most runs this season, Brandon King, just overtaking Kyle Mears.
Yes. Sammy B. Republic Bank Classic right on cue. And his good mate's got to go. Brooksy just misses a half ton after getting a ton.
Brooks, yeah.
Good catch by the youngster as well. Just mentioning that they needed a wicket. Jason Holder delivers. We've seen Shamar Brooks deposit these for 6 before. Not this time. And back in the contest, the twists and the turns, the ebbs and the flows. Gotta believe. Always in the contest until the fat lady sings. 87 for 2, Brooks goes for 47.
4 मारे जो 6 मारे.
The skipper takes centre stage. Really is time for him. It's also time for the Royals. Get one, you get 2. So often the case in T20. Man with a golden arm, Jason Holder, doing the trick again for Barbados Royals. Simmons on the fence. And the 2 buddies. Lovely bit of byplay here. Big Jace Holder. So now, Powell out there. You know how good he is against pace. He's not on strike. It's going to be King. Suddenly this crowd has just livened up somewhat. Really good numbers. It took a while to get in, but I reckon well, it was a sellout. Because the Warriors aren't here, it's probably about 90%, 95% full. Just a few seats sprinkled, and understand it. But, here we go. Oh, Brandon King.
Yeah, pace off from Jason Holder. quite a skillful bowler, vastly experienced, of course. Flummoxing Brandon King, but fortunately for him, was a little bit too wide. So important this innings now from the captain, Ruffman Powell. All of Jamaica looking on, all of their supporters in the stadium, as well as outside, has to get going. Needs a little partnership, nothing too big. A 30-run, 40-run partnership here seals the game for them. Has to be intelligent batting for the next 5 overs. Next 30 deliveries or so. Do not lose a wicket, run a ball.
Yeah, 100%, Sammy B. 74 from 57. It's not massive. But there is 2 very old, experienced hands to go head-to-head here. Powell versus Holder. And he's just nipped one back in on the inside thigh. Yeah, so when you look at it, well, call it 8. It's fractionally under 8's required by Jamaica. We mentioned to the fat lady sings. We've got that up. 88 for 2. Oh, a little in the air. He slipped a bit at the stroke too.
Exactly what the doctor needed for the Barbados Royals. Just want to get to make it. Hidden Walls Jr. Very, very good in the field. On the field for Azam Khan. Out injured with an ankle injury. Ankle injury, I understand.
Sammy B. We've at 11 and Jamaica at 90 for 2. Dream 11 seems the fantasy scoreboard. It's time. Maybe Allen, well, he could do something. He required with bat in hand, he could take out the Dream 11 fantasy points. Board, of course, benched down at Jack. You don't want him to come down the bat. He helped. Tell you what, Royals fans do. Love another couple of wickets here.
Yeah, there was a long discussion, Danny, as to who's going to bowl this over. Mujib had the ball, gave his hat to the umpire, but then they decided to go with Bishop. I think it's a good move. Ruffman Powell, new to the crease. He's not on strike. That's 4. That's absolutely creamed by Brandon King. With and short. Not a bad combination.
That's what the Royals don't want. They don't want the Bishop belted here. So important for Joshua Bishop to get this right here for those in blue. She's telling him. On with the left arm orthodox, as you say, Sammy B. Now this is perfect for the matchup. Single now for the new man, skipper Robin Powell. Face up.
And a big difference in what Ruffman Powell did as compared to what Kyle Mears is doing. Ruffman Powell, for the majority of that innings, had a short mid-wicket, didn't have the 45. So there's that big gap, acres of space on the one side for a single if you want it, Ruffman Powell. Back Mujib for a couple overs when it gets a bit more critical. is key. If Bishop could give you an over or two with just 6, 7, 8 runs, if he picks up a wicket, it's bonus. Those remaining overs of Mujib are so important. Just wonder how much dew there is out there as well, Danny. See the bowler drying the ball quite regularly.
Now, we did question you at the pitch report. Would it be a factor? How much of a factor would it be? It's clean, it's straight enough. Bishop. Come downtown this time.
100 up. This is really good batting from Brandon King. Understands that Mujib has a couple, so he's taking on young Joshua Bishop. Less experienced and less control. So it makes it easier now in the back end when Mujib does come on. Percentage shots as well. He's going straight, not playing any cross-batted shots.
50 deliveries left, 62 required. But asking right now has dropped down to 7.5s. And it's a skimmer. Bishop is being belted here. 3 fours, 1 to go in the over.
Performing the Bishop. Making the accommodation with his length too full previously, too short this time. This is a game-changing over. 14 runs conceded, 1 delivery left. Momentum with the Tallawahs.
Sure is. Just 1 to go now in the 12th. Exquisite for Brandon King. 18 off the 12th. And Jamaica are 108 for 2 now.
What a shot. Always aesthetically pleasing. Brandon King. The dexterity that he has to play those shots and carve it through the offside. Very impressive. 1 away from another half century. Brandon King already with a century at this venue. Look at the disparity in that middle phase. Royals were excellent in the first 6. Fell away in the middle phase. Last over from Joshua Bishop, short and wide, full and straight, and then short and down the leg side. So very erratic in this over and punished. Not when you're bowling to a well-set Brandon King.
Yeah, it puts pressure on the rest of the teammates of the Royals. Going to have more of Obed McCoy coming round. Skipper does the correct thing. Smart cricket, rotate it back to the man who was in form and firing. 9 fours for Brandon King, striking 140. Impressive again. Seven half centuries in Hero CPL for Brandon King. Great hundreds. 49. Just a little chip in the air to bring up another half century here. Number 8 for Brandon King.
Come at the hour, come at the King. Really good knock. King beating up on the Royals. How ironic. Really a regal knock we've seen so far from him. Slow ball out Fox, but no one there. Have to find a way to get a wicket. If they can get the wicket of King, so much the better. Short mid-wicket in position now for Rovman Powell.
Yeah, got Cornwall there, sort of short third. Just behind point and side, and Carl Mears himself that extra cover inside. The G, but a orthodox mid-wicket. inside the circle, the 4 men that have to be. Have to do anything outrageous here. The asking rate is fractionally under 7s, 52 from 45.
8 wickets in hand as well. And again, little moments in the game, Danny. I look at it sitting from afar. And that 6th over, how often we've seen that 6th over just change momentum a bit. Always give your best bowler that 6th over. In this case, Mujib, to close things off. There's no guarantee that runs would be scored. But young Simmons bowled that over. They got 11. They ended the power play on a high. And that gave them momentum into the middle phase. Give Mujib that 6th over. Close the power play off. Increase the run rate. And the momentum is with you.
Well, just those little things, as you say, Sammy. All part of the learning curve. So this level, those simple things, isn't it? Those little percentages. Signal wide, I think, yeah, just a little too high here. From Obed McCoy. That's the signal from Butler at square leg. We've got by Bassarat. Just those little things. Some magic. Required and final. Well, talk about a bit of luck. Certainly a bit of colour and pageantry, but Nelson is up. Oh, 1-1-1, but they've got off it straight away with an extra.
Devon Thomas isn't convinced, indicating that he didn't move. Another slow ball, back of the arm, back of the hand rather, from Obed McCoy. Yeah, surprise. Surprised with that call. Thomas, let's have a closer look. Yeah, good decision.
Sammy, geez, you're harsh. Things tight in the final. We've got one more to go because of the 2 wides. It's a better over. Only gone for 5. Desperately need a wicket. In fact, 2 back-to-back would be really good here for the Royals. Knock over two batters here. Certainly King. Another trump card if they could get Powell out soon. Couldn't beat Machi. So 13 done. 113 for 2. Wanting some inspiration. Yeah, Asian faithful have flown in and turned up. FedEx fastest of the season. Zari J. Well done, Mr. Joseph. So, look at that, he holds. In fact, he's going to take out the gold, silver, and the bronze. Still again, I don't know about being in one of those Sammy people, but more.
Danny Morrison, I can't go down on the field at the end of the game if the Tallawahs win. Corbin Bosch into the attack at the draft show a few months ago.
Here we go.
I said that I don't think that this team will qualify for the top 4. As a matter of fact, I gave them the wooden spoon in the draft show. Brilliant.
Oh, so you definitely aren't going down there, aren't you?
Mohamed Amir has been reminding me every single day. So did Sir Kirby Ambrose a couple of days ago. If they go on to win, and I go down there, they'll have me for dinner.
They'll ask you to run around the ground naked. That'll be your penance. Brilliant. It's amazing when things can transpire in T20 and in a tournament such as this. Bosch needs a wicket here. Yeah, pumped. captain tidies up.
Every single day when he's warming up, he says to me, I remember what you said. And to give him some credit, he said to me just a couple of days ago when I met him at the hotel, you gave me additional motivation. I wanted to prove you wrong. Mohamed Amir, excellent season. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to participate tonight, but it wouldn't matter if they go on to win. Done an exceptional job for this team.
What a big chunk of this. Yeah, it's that sort of length that Rob McCall relishes. Another hero maximum.
Yeah, this would be the highest successful chase in a final if the Tallawahs go on to get them, surpassing last year's chase. That's the sort of area that Roughman Powell relishes. Width and length outside off stump.
He punches himself here. Rob McPowell, he thinks he's got another one in his area. Get after, perhaps technique-wise. Yeah, try to hit it too hard.
Yeah, quite the opposite from Shamar Brooks, who romances the ball. He bludgeons the ball.
What do they say about
Make love to the ball.
only in the Caribbean? Hoorah! Away. See Mr. King again.
Yeah, this is going to end in a flurry, isn't it? Really hemorrhaging runs now. The Barbados Royals and the Tallawahs, well, they're sensing the end. They're smelling blood and they're going after it.
And Samuel Badry can go down and help present the trophy tonight.
No chance.
Well, Ian Bishop will carry you down there. King to finish off the 14th. Kenny. Oh, Kenny. He's got some of this one as well. 17 off the 14th, and the Tallawahs are now 130 for 2.
A short from Bosch, pummeled by Brandon King. Seeing it as big as you like now. Tallawahs fans up in a frenzy. I think a few people in the crowd will switch allegiances now.
Like you. Allegiances, chopping and changing. Mr. Badry. Yeah, just too dominant in terms of wickets in hand. So comfortable. He got 8 in the bank. 32 from 36. Last over, he had a 6 and a couple of 4s. Very comfortable now. The JTs.
Yeah, well, I'm in a group chat with some parents from my academy, and some of them selected all 6 teams to be the champions, so they cannot lose. Short delivery. Last ball of the previous over. Brandon King. What an innings he's playing on the big stage. All when I get to score runs and those low intensity contests, but this one, high stakes game, the grand final, and to come good, to really control the innings from the get-go. Shows his class, his skill, his temperament. Really loves this venue as well.
And of course, cricket lovers will know he used to play here for the Warriors. 2 times runners up for the Warriors, Brandon King. Now, can he be there at the end? A nice little red inker. He's gone to the top of the tree there, going past Carl Mears, who went past Johnson Charles earlier to Carl Mears. Now, Brandon King has dined out here in the finale. Time for the golden arm to come back. 1 for 9. It's Jason Holder. Geez, if you ever want to take a hat trick, it's about now. Ooh, not far away for a first one. Very, very good Yorker to start. Another over.
It's such a wonderful game, this T20 cricket. Glorious uncertainties. Barbados Royals dominated throughout this edition of the Hero CPL, winning 9 from 11. Looked easily the best team of the tournament, but they've run into a Jamaica Tallawahs with a lot of determination tonight.
You know, not that feature piece with Kirtley Ambrose talking about his side. That, everyone chipped in. It's been a real team effort. The bowling department to the batters doing their thing. It hasn't been someone else in the top order. Someone's come good. Brooks showed that. Brandon King. It's an exceptional time. Powell himself. Really good contributions. And then lower down, Ahmad Wasim smoking a few. The leather off this one.
Yeah, and in addition to Kirtley, the head coach of the team, a legend from Guyana, Shibner and Chandrapol, he recently won the under-19 tournament with the USA team, a tournament played in Trinidad and Tobago. So he's a champion there and about to be a champion here. Obviously a champion player for the West Indies for a long, long time. It's good to see that he's in and amongst championship wins.
Yeah, you say there, Sammy, Guyanese to the bone. This crowd could help celebrate Shiv with that. Hometown boy. Enjoying the celebrations. It really does look imminent. 28 from 32. King 61. A Rio moment for sure with Brandon King going past 400 now in the season. Buy CPL player cards, NFTs on Rerio.com. Brandon King. He's got a few of those Rio moments for sure. Time for Holder to come around here and try and pull out a bag of tricks. It's Rodman Powell. It's shrewd cricket to keep things calm. You're mentioning Sammy Badri. Nothing outrageous.
Yeah, the West Indies T20 vice captain Rodman Powell getting into some good habits as the team will head off to Australia to play a couple games against Australia before that qualifiers leading into that T20 World Cup. A lot of players throughout the course of this tournament put in some good performances.
Slow full toss, tried the slow Yorker. Jason Holder to no avail. So, 15 overs bowled. Jamaica 136 for 2.
Mujib. Six from 29 with 8 wickets left. The West Indies are coming to 20 fixtures. Another boundary from Brandon King. It's been a regal knock. The only man in the tournament to go past 400 runs. Been special, Simon.
Yeah, he has. Been so good last 2 games. 3 games in particular. He just continues now, does he? Is that big enough? It is. Another hero maximum. They are trying to finish it quickly and in style, Vic.
Current ball, totally anything has been dispatched. Yes, it's hemorrhaging now. Five wide, signaled by the umpire. 11 runs needed.
So earlier with Samuel Badri, we thought that Mujib's overs would be key as far as trying to get Barbados into this game, back into this game, and Jamaica have just said, no, we are not having it. We are going to take you down. Best on best, we'll take you down, and they have done a great job of it.
Never choose a team of the tournament before the final. That's the other lesson. After a Sinbad team, put Brandon King in there virtually.
Yeah, it's not entirely our fault, we were told to.
Second time in his CPL career he's gone past 400 runs. 2019 when he scored that fabulous 132 here. 496 runs in the tournament. Four, because Jason Mulder was into the boundary marker. They'll want to have a look at it again. Maybe.
Yeah, I think Jason Holder knows it as well. You can see the disappointment on his face. I think his back might be touching the advertising triangle, while the hand is still touching the ball, and it is. Yeah, the ball's touching the wrist and his back is touching the advertising triangle. So it'll be 4 more. Just hits the wrist there.
Moments. Well, it will be the 3rd year in a row that the chasing team has won the Hero CPL title. 6 out of 7 of the last finals will be won by the team chasing. So contrary to what has taken place here, 156 for 2. This leg still hits on his head again.
It's required now. You know, I think what you were saying, Bish, is part of that also. They should have scored 185, 190 comfortably after that start. Position that the Barbados Royals were in. Now, there was some very good bowling, I get that. There was also some indifferent batting from the Royals, and they should have got a lot more. Not saying it would have been enough. This still may have been chased down, but they should have made it a lot tougher for the Tallawahs.
Six required. The Jamaica Tallawahs are champions once again of Hero CPL. They are now 3-time champions. 2013, 2016, and now 2022 belongs to Rockman Powell and his men. unspeakable for Tallawahs fans here in Guyana, around the region and around the globe. First time ever in the history of this tournament that a team finishing in 4th place in the league phase has gone on to win the tournament. What an achievement for Brandon King. 400 plus runs for the second time in a season.
Sadly, you have to look at both sides now. And the Royals will be disappointed. They dominated throughout the league stage of the tournament. They were the form team, the best team, but they have been upstaged tonight by a very, very good outfit. Brandon King, superb at the top. They have been brilliantly led, Ian Bishop. We have talked about this throughout the tournament. Rodman Powell's captaincy, leadership, at times it might seem harsh, but it is pointed. He gets the best out of his players. He performs himself. And to me, that's why he is the captain of the tournament team. He just gets everything that he possibly can out of not only himself, but his team. And let's hear sideline now. I think Alex Jordan has got someone with it.
Wasim, Imad, yes, indeed, I've got Imad Wasim. T.I., hi, here we are, brother. Imad, how does it feel? Big moment for the Jamaica Tallawahs.
It's my second title with the Tallawahs. It's amazing. I think we have a great bunch of guys. We played really well throughout the tournament, and Allah has been very kind. Alhamdulillah.
Well, you had a few stumbles, but this last week, I mean, what's happened? What's changed?
Look, in T20, at the end of the tournament, you need to get the momentum, which we did. And today it was like all Tallawahs there, so really happy about that.
What about that support you had from the crowd?
Look, the game before as well, they said we are with Tallawahs. I think Guyana is like second home for us. They've been fantastic, and thank you for coming, all of you.
Imad, a quick word on Rodman Powell's leadership.
Amazing. He's mature as a leader. I think he's one of the best players in West Indies. Not in the world, if I say, but the thing is, he's been performing really well throughout IPL and all those leagues. So this will be a very big booster for him.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Rodman Powell.
Another victorious tonight for the Jamaica Tallawahs. Raymond Rifa. Okay, this might be, is this a little bit painful for you? You see the Royals walking off the pitch or not really?
Not really. You know, it's franchise cricket. Just happy for another title, you know.
And earlier we did an interview with one of your coaches, Sir Curly Ambrose, and he said to me that he felt as though he noticed that the team was listening to him a lot more and that the bowling hasn't been impressing him. What has it been being under his leadership?
It's been good, you know. He's been just trying to help us to keep things pretty simple, and we're just going out there and execute, and you know the plans really work. So kudos to him.
Awesome. And then how do you feel about your performance this tournament?
I thought I did well. Thought I gave away my wicket a bit in the tournament as well, but you know that's how it goes. So I'm pretty happy with this performance.
All right, well, let me tell you this. I'm pretty sure the Jamaican fans, not only here, but at home, are extremely, extremely happy and proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
A win for the Jamaica Tallawahs. Their third Hero CPL championship. And off the bat of the leading run scorer in 2022, Brandon King, former Amazon warrior who knows these conditions well. Already 100 here in Providence this season. And Raymond Rifa, a three-time champion. Curtly Ambrose, Shivnarine Chandapal, Andre Cooley. You mentioned Rodman Powell. We hold him highly in high esteem as a leader, as a no-nonsense skipper. Does not suffer fools gladly. But when he's on the field, you can see who's in charge. And we've seen that dance before.
I used to dread that dance. I tell you that much. I used to dread that dance. But that's what it means to the coaching staff as well. I mean, how would you ever have thought you would see Sir Curtly Ambrose that animated post-career? I don't believe I would have, but that's what it's done. Let's find out a bit more about why he's so animated and why he loves this win so much, because he's now sidelined. I think he's with Alex.
He is indeed. It's little and large legends of West Indies cricket and the coaches of the winning team, Jamaica Tallawahs. Let's start with you. Simon Joel says he can't believe how animated you are. Tell us what it means.
It means a lot. You know, as a group, we came to the tournament as underdogs. Not many gave us a chance to get out of the first round, let alone win it. And I mean, I had been sprinted for years. And the farmers that sprinted onto the field, it was a wonderful performance throughout. And I mean, we're well-deserved winners.
Yeah, what big performances when it counted this week, Ambi?
This year they did. The thing about the Tallawahs, we didn't rely on one or two players. At any given time, any player can step up. Now we have depth in our batting, we have good bowling, and I'm telling you, we stuck together as a family, and we believed from day one we could have won this championship, and we did.
And it's a real Caribbean family here today. We've got Guyanese royalty. Guyana made it and won a final. In a sense, Shiv Narayan, what does it mean to you?
Oh, I'm very, very excited. I'm happy. First of all, I just have to thank the owner for giving us the opportunity, give me the opportunity being the coach of the team. Then I drafted Beyond and the other guys came on board. I'm very thankful for that. Thankful for the crowd to support us. Everybody came out tonight knowing it's a Guyanese franchise, and they came full out to support us. I'm very thankful for that.
I think it's extraordinary just the way Jamaica has gained the momentum this week. What do you make of those big performances in the key moments?
Well, it shows that we have a very good team, and we step up when we call upon at the big times. And you know, something I mentioned that we were a bit cold after the first 2 wins, and I was hoping that we could carry on. Today, the guys proved me wrong, and they were able to carry on and win the finals.
All right, one more word with Ambi. Ambi, a word on Rothman Powell as the leader of this team to bring them all the way, and they will lift the trophy tonight.
He's a very calm and relaxed individual, right? Throughout the whole tournament, I haven't seen him raise his voice once, but he got the job done in his own way. We get a lot of respect for him, and I mean, we discussed our team strategies and everything. He got everyone involved. That's why he's so successful. He didn't do it on his own. All of us had a word, and I mean, it was just a privilege and an honor to play with this franchise. And I mean, let me tell you, I lost the words, man, I tell you. This means so much to me, and just the Jamaica franchise. And I mean, like I said, no one gave us a chance. And here we are, winners!
Champions in the 10-year anniversary. Well, I'm sure that everyone is very honored to see you two. Go and celebrate with your team. Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Chandapur, Andrew Cooley, not to be forgotten, who's worked with so many of the young players and young senior players in Jamaica. Brendan King has ruled over the Royals here at Providence. Just chasing, I've been chasing them. I was sitting either side of the fence. I said this last year in the final. I'm a big one for chasing because I find that in T20 cricket, teams prefer to know what they have to go at, even in finals. Pretty still fit. Still fit. Just acknowledging their fans as well. Feel for them. Their curriculum vitae now has Hero CPL 2022 champs on it.
Yeah, great, isn't it, for Shiv Narayan Chandapur. He's a very quiet character. I think he and Sir Kirtley will complement each other brilliantly. You've got quiet, and then you've got that wonderful, gravelly, deep voice of Sir Kirtley. When he speaks, everybody must listen. And I think that's one of the great things about that combination. Shiv Narayan Chandapur called Sir Kirtley and said, I need you, I want you, plus his other staff. It's been a terrific win. Naomi Cowan is now sidelined. She's got a couple more Tallawahs with her.
Now, I wish you could hear and feel the vibration here in Providence Stadium. Guyanese fans are extremely happy for the Tallawahs. The 2022 champions stand with Brandon King and Chris Green. You just made your lap around. I know you're very tired, but describe what's happening in here. How are you feeling in your heart?
Special, special night. The man next to you, that was an incredible knock. He's a fabulous player. This team's been through thick and thin, and to come together the way we have in the back end, incredibly proud. To everyone in Jamaica, thank you for support. Third time lucky for me, so I've broken the back. But yeah, amazing night, amazing team. Very grateful to be a part of it.
Thank you, Chris. And Brandon, you know, in the tournament, I think a lot of people were not sure about Jamaica and where the team would end up, where the Tallawahs would end up. But how did you keep your mind focused on the championship?
I mean, within the team, we have 100% confidence in each other, and we know that we're performing in big moments. Everybody contributed at some point during the tournament, and it comes through today.
And then your performance this season, are you happy with it? Of course, you hit a century in a recent match, but how do you feel about Brandon King's performance?
Yeah, to be honest, all that means nothing right now. All I wanted to do was win the tournament. It turned out that way that, I ended up performing decent for the team, but I'm just happy that I could contribute and we came with the title.
Well, thank you so much. Alex, you're standing with Mohammed Amir. Hey, thank you so much, Naomi. I am indeed. This was one of the biggest stars in the Jamaica Tallawahs. Your efforts got them to this final. Unfortunately, you couldn't play the final. How does it feel your team got over the line tonight?
Yeah, to be honest, early on I was a bit disappointed, but at the end of the day, the result came into our favor, so I think all is well now, and we are cheering. It's, as you said,